The thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy. I have come that they may have life and have it to the full. John 10, verse 10. It is a verse of incredible contrast and powerful hope. We quote it all the time. And when we hear the word thief, our minds almost always jump to one conclusion. The thief is Satan. And while it is absolutely true that Satan's mission is to steal, kill, and destroy, is he the person Jesus is primarily talking about in this specific passage? A closer look at the context reveals a more immediate and perhaps more startling answer. To understand who the thief is, we have to look at the verses right before it. Jesus is in the middle of a long discourse where he calls himself the Good Shepherd. In verse 1 of John 10, he sets up the scene. He says, "Very truly, I tell you Pharisees, anyone who does not enter the sheep pen by the gate, but climbs in by some other way, is a thief and a robber." Jesus is creating a clear contrast. There is one right way to enter the sheep pen, through the gate. He, the true shepherd, uses the gate. But there are others, thieves and robbers, who are trying to get to the sheep by a different, illegitimate way. So, who were these thieves and robbers who were trying to climb in by some other way? In the verses immediately preceding this chapter, in John chapter 9, Jesus had just healed a man born blind. And what was the reaction of the religious leaders, the Pharisees? They were furious. They interrogated the man, insulted him, and finally, they threw him out of the synagogue. These were the shepherds of Israel. Their job was to care for God's flock. But instead of rejoicing that a sheep had been healed and restored, they cast him out. They were not protecting the sheep. They were hurting them. They were the ones who were not entering by the gate of true, God-given authority, which pointed to Jesus. They were climbing in by the way of their own man-made traditions and self-righteousness. They are the immediate thieves and robbers Jesus is identifying. In this context, the thief is any false teacher or corrupt spiritual leader who seeks to use God's flock for their own gain. What is their mission? Jesus tells us. They come to steal. How? They steal the joy and freedom of the gospel by replacing it with a heavy burden of man-made rules and legalism, telling you that you must earn what Christ has already given freely. They steal your resources through manipulative giving tactics, and they steal your peace with messages of fear and control. They come to kill. They kill the spirits of the hurting and the broken, just as the Pharisees did to the blind man, by meeting their desperate need with judgment instead of mercy. They kill the faith of the questioning by offering rigid dogma instead of a loving relationship. They kill the passion of the young by being more concerned with protecting their traditions than with shepherding a living flock. And they come to destroy, ultimately, by pointing people to themselves, to their own authority, to a distorted gospel, or to a set of rules. They destroy the flock by leading them away from the one true shepherd, Jesus Christ, who is the only source of eternal life. Jesus' statement is a powerful contrast. While false shepherds steal, kill, and destroy, he, the Good Shepherd, has one mission. I have come that they may have life and have it to the full. The abundant life he offers is not about health and wealth. It is the deep, secure, and eternal life that is found only in a real relationship with the true shepherd. This is a warning for us today. We must be discerning. Any voice, any teacher, any leader, that does not lead you directly to the life-giving grace of Jesus Christ is a thief. Let us tune our ears to listen for the one true voice of our Good Shepherd and follow him alone. For in him and only in him is life to the full. May you rest today in the secure and life-giving care of the true shepherd.